As we are heading towards fall, I immediately start thinking pumpkins and pumpkin spice, everything nice. And so I decided to have my mom over for us to make these amazing pumpkin muffins using fresh milled flour. This is completely optional, but I decided to sift the flour just to give it a finer texture because pumpkin muffins sometimes can be a little heavy. This will keep them a little lighter and fluffier. I am using a combination of hard white wheat and soft white wheat. You can choose whatever you'd like. I have done this with hard red, hard white, karazen, soft white. Soft white does give it more of that pastry, lighter, fluffier, but the hard white has a little bit more protein. You do you. For years, I only used a wooden spoon to mix the muffins, but something magical happened when I put this in the Magi Mix food processor. I have gotten the fluffiest, best texture, best looking muffins ever. And if you're interested in ordering the Magi Mix, I will put a link in the description below because honestly, I do feel like this is one of the best food processors on the market, and I use it for so many different things. I've had customers comment after they have purchased it that they are incredibly happy with the product, and if you use my code, you'll save an extra $20. As we are using the Magi Mix, we will be putting the liquids in first and then the dry ingredients on top. We're going to start with a half a cup of buttermilk, 2 eggs, and you don't have to whip these before because the Magi Mix will do it all. A half a cup of butter, 1 can of pumpkin. I am using vanilla paste and I just kind of pour some in, but you're welcome to use vanilla extract, maybe a teaspoon. I like a little extra. Another thing that is totally optional, but I love it so much, is the almond extract. It just gives it another flavor on another level. And now we are on to the dry ingredients, and we're going to go ahead and put in 2 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of nutmeg, half a teaspoon of ginger, half a teaspoon of salt, and my recipe actually calls for 1.5 cups of sucanat. I typically back off of 1/2 cup of the sucanat, and sometimes I will even use half. And by the way, sucanat is sugar cane natural, still contains nutrients. And now it's time to mix up the muffins, and I let the machine go for about 2.5 minutes. Whip them good. This recipe makes 12 muffins, and they did rise very nicely. But if you would like an even higher muffin and you're using the tulip cupcake liners, then I would say it's going to make about 10. These are delicious with a streusel topping, but I decided to mix it up a little bit, and I like to put chopped nuts on top. So I chopped up some pecans, and I also added some chopped pepitas, which gives it a nice fall color, that brown and green, and a nice little crunch. Delicious. Time to pop them in the oven, and I bake them at 375, and it was about 25 minutes. How much batter you put in each cup is going to determine how long it takes for them to bake. Since it has pumpkin, they're a little denser, It can even go as high as 30 to 35 minutes. Just keep an eye on it and start checking around 20. The muffins are done and they are beautiful. They are so pretty. I can't wait to try one. Look at that. Whoops. Oh. Ooh. I'm impatient. That's what happens. It's beautiful. I'm going to put them on a cooling rack and we'll wait 10 minutes and then Mom and I are going to try them. If you are ready to get started with fresh milled flour, visit my link, which is in the description below. I love the Harvest and the Classic. Those are my two favorite grain mills. Use my code to save some money.
A little butter on it.
I love the crunch up at the top.
Very tasty.
I want to thank you so much for watching, and I just want to remind you about the Nutrimill grain mill. If you are ready to order, hop on their link, which I will put in the description below. Use my code ENTIREHEALING so that you can save $20 and get yours while supplies last. They've been in and out, so if you get on there for some reason and they're sold out, people have been checking back daily, and tomorrow they might come in. I want to thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much when you share my content with those that you know would appreciate it, and someone that maybe is interested in starting to use their fresh milled flour, somebody that maybe already is, but they're looking for a pumpkin recipe, a pumpkin muffin recipe for fall. Thank you again for being here, and you guys have a great day.
Down.